Oh, my back. Coming up on this week's show, the official November Doom Charts Top 10 Countdown. And I wrench open the coffin lid of Burn Ritual's Grave Watcher. Welcome back to another episode of A Weekly Dose of Volume, the only show that descends into the heavy underground. I have a jam-packed show for you today, so without further ado, let us go now to a special Doom Charts edition of the Heavy Underground News. The official Doom Charts, November 2023. 10. Orphans of Doom, Realms. 9. Spartana, Last Days on Earth, Sign Records. 8. Superstar, Epic Truths and Fantasy, Analog Spleen Records. 7. Spidergawd, Spidergawd 7, Crispin Glover Records. In at 6, Robots of the Ancient World, 3737, Small Stone Records and Kozmik Artifactz. 5. Wet Cactus, Magma Tray. 4. Burn Ritual, Grave Watcher, Cosmic Artifacts. 3. Almost Honest, The Hex of Penn's Woods, Argonauta Records. 2. Ritual King, The Infinite Mirror, Ripple Music. And November's number 1. Green Lung, This Heathen Land, Nuclear Blast Records. Fantastic. The official Doom Charts, everybody. 2 in the top 10. You must be very pleased. Right, that brings me nicely to this week's review. In at number 4, raising the flag high for Kozmik. This month, we have Burn Ritual, Grave Watcher. Out now on limited edition vinyl, only on Cosmic Artifactz. There seems to be an ever-increasing trend in the heavy underground now to go it alone. Fuck bands, eh? Who needs the hassle of a band? Forget spending your hard-earned cash on new equipment and gear that you only have to humph about. The limelight is focused solely on you, and all the spoils and dishes that come with that are yours to covet. You don't have to worry about your girlfriend running off with the bass player. And you need not cycle through an endless void of fucking drummers. And at the end of the day, you can take those hundreds, thousands, millions of Spotify streams and cash that €5 check straight into your own bank. Yes, the model that has worked within the mainstream pop industry for decades has penetrated into the heavy underground, and each month more and more single-player solo projects are flowering their tasty plots Perhaps it was the recent pandemic. Perhaps the advancement in technology. Perhaps it's just a disdain for their fellow human and their bullshit. But the solo heavy artist is here. It's a very real phenomenon, and when done well, the output can be eye-opening. Now, don't get me wrong, you're never going to beat standing shoulder to shoulder, soaking up each other's blood, sweat, piss, and tears, as well as the odd spilt beer within the live performance environment. Live music is, after all, the lifeblood of heavy music. But, as you're all aware now, even that can be taken away from us. So in a world so uncertain, so unpredictable, so eager to log into the Matrix and escape reality, do such projects have a place? Are these solo warriors onto something? Here at Kozmik, we've worked with a handful of these solo projects, from our recent co-release with King Volume of Eyeless the Falling, to the chilled-out psychedelic vibe of Fuzz Sagrado. But one prominent purveyor of the solo project is Texas-based multi-instrumentalist Jake Lewis, whose crop of wide and varied solo projects have been warmly welcomed by the community and even heralded alongside its bandy peers. Recently released on transparent green limited edition vinyl via yours truly here at Cosmic Artifactz, and as you've just seen, straight in at number 4 in November's Doom charts. Today, we cast our ears upon Jake's contemporary doom project, Burn Ritual. Watcher is Lewis's third record under the moniker Burn Ritual. His last outing, The Void, saw Burn Ritual immortalized in wax here at Cosmic Artifactz, and despite slipping under many a radar, was able to place among some notable album of the year lists when released back in 2020. So, 3 years on, why is it that Grave Watcher seems to have hit a home run? I mean, for one soul to reach number 4 in the Doom charts. It's quite phenomenal, and must surely indicate that Grave Watcher is an album of substance. Let us check it out. Unlike The Void that had many up-tempo rocky tracks a la Uncle Acid, Grave Watcher dials firmly into the danker side of the Doom spectrum, and has returned with a plump ripe vein to momentarily quench the first of the empty souls that inhabit the Doom scene. I'm sure Lewis would be the first to admit that he wears his influences firmly on his sleeve. He ain't trying to reinvent the wheel or fool you into believing this is anything wildly new. However, he leaves his mark, a signature penned in blood, sweat, and tears that have undoubtedly gone into its creation, being homage to a genre he clearly loves, and does so in a way that is convincingly and respectively admirable. Production-wise, you're getting a more bass-heavy ride, stacking fuzz pedal upon fuzz pedal in his quest to pay homage and tribute to the genre heavyweights such as Windhand and, of course, Electric Wizard. Undeniable influences scattered across this record. There's no bridges here, no quick breaks or moments of heavily indulgent guitar masturbation. No change in tempo at all, really. That's not what Grave Watcher is about, nor is it what Lewis set out to create. This is an atmospheric tale of horror and doom, and the consistency of its delivery, combined with Lewis's newly adopted and eerily haunting vocal lines, really works well in maintaining the doom from start to finish. The synth also, beautiful 80s synth that Carpenter himself would approve of. The whole thing just comes together and works. If you're a fan of contemporary doomsters such as Windhand, Electric Wizard, Monolord, Uncle Acid, and the Elk, then you're going to feel right at home within the crypt that Grave Watcher stands before. So the question remains, do we welcome more solo projects into our realm? If they are of the caliber that Jake Lewis seemingly and effortlessly shits out, then I say, bring it on. Good music is good music after all, whether you slugged it out in a practice room or in front of a computer. When it dooms this hard, who gives a fuck, really? Grave Watcher is out now on Kozmik Artifactz. Limited edition green transparent vinyl. You can scoop up your copy via the link below. Now I'm afraid time has slipped past us again, my dear disciples. But before I go, this week's oh, fuck it. Have some early day Conan. Next week will be the last show of the year. So do come and join me and wish me a Merry Christmas. Until then, keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it cosmic. And when done well, the output. Today we check out Jax, that's not a name. This is taking forever. How much time do I have? My. This is going to have to be a two-parter. Recently released on limited edition. Recently unlike the Void that had many up-tempo hard-rocking tracks, unlike the Void that had many, if I see this correctly this time, light that joint. And has returned with a plump, ripe vein to momentarily. I'm too stoned for this. Yes. And has returned with a plump, ripe vein to momentarily. Why can't I say that? Momentarily. No, momentarily. Paying homage to a genre he clearly loves and does so in a way that is convincingly and respectively admirable. You advance.